Alright, I think I'm back up. That's annoying. Oh, we need to buy Fellvine. Oh wait, no. No, 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 no. Yeah, I don't know if okay, that sucks. Yeah, I forgot meat. Alright, so I gotta do 3 more runs of cooking meat, and then again, we'll have the cooked meat to do our runs with. So it'll be even faster. I think this is actually gonna work out perfectly. Yes! This is big, dude. I don't... The only bad thing, I should do all my research right now to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Right before I go crazy hog wild with, oh, fuck me, with grinding. Because if I'm about to do like 40 loops of the fastest loops possible, I should find out if I need to be grinding anything extra right now. Because I don't want to find out later when I'm done. I can't think of anything, but I haven't done any of my combos. So I'll probably do combos in this episode or the next episode. But probably do them in the next episode once I'm done and ready to do all my power leveling. The only thing I could possibly think of that I'd need is like more herbs and blue mushrooms, but I don't think so. Maybe more nitro shrooms. So the one thing also, in this kill, it works both ways. The one thing that I can't decide with these weapons is if I farm the old Rathalos method that I did, where I wait for him to fall asleep, and I just beat the shit out of his face while he wakes up, both weapons benefit a lot from that, because the dual blades, I can use my buff for like a limited amount of time and then run. And then I can wait for him to fall asleep again. And the same with the greatsword, is I can do a really big slam on his face and then run away instead of trying to do my crazy combos and dodge attacks. So it's like, both weapons are going to benefit from this. So it's like, damn, I don't know. The thing selling me on the dual blades is they look cooler. Oh, I fucked it up. Style is always important, man. Style is always important. The other thing is the dual blades will be a final weapon. So they can't be upgraded any more than they will be. And that makes me feel good because I can start focusing on another weapon instead of thinking in the back of my mind like, okay, when am I going to get this katana done? I'll know that my dual blades are done and I can focus a better weapon when I want to. I also couldn't get an answer on whether or not I can even do the final tier of my katana, because it looks like the electro sacks that I needed come from a boss that I might not even be able to access because it's locked behind online. And again, I'm playing the American version. You know, honestly, now yeah, you know what? Hey, nice. No, yeah, no, do what you need to. I literally just did a run last night myself to get chocolate milk because, again, I refuse to drink it from anywhere else because I'm probably autistic in that manner. I don't know if that makes me autistic. I shouldn't have said that, but I am on that part of the spectrum. I can only drink Kroger chocolate milk. That or like Kroger chocolate milk is just superior, and I'm not crazy at all. But some people have told me I'm crazy for that, but I don't. I think it's super fucking obvious. I was thinking about cooking an extra piece of meat, but I'm good. But yeah, no, do what you need to. Do what you need to. Thanks for hanging out even. Just being here. So wait, what are we doing? What item do I have out? Probably bug net. Okay, I was like, I did not buy any fucking pickaxes, bro. But we didn't need to. I 100% I think just sold myself on the dual blades. I really want to play this game again on the Japanese patch so that I can play with other people. Cause I've got Parsec now. I think that's how you do it. And if I play this game again, I already said I'm 100% I'm doing the Thief's armor, and then I'm totally doing a different weapon build. And I'm probably not grinding like this, but I'm gonna do the dual blades because they're not gonna exist in that version. And it would be stupid of me to not use the unique weapon in this version of the game. As soon as I thought about that, that made sense. That absolutely is the play here. There is no other play than to use the unique weapon only available in this version. Yeah. That's the play. I'll just use this katana in... Oh, get the fuck away from the honey. I'll just use this katana in the other versions if I want to. But who am I kidding? I'll cheat. I'll cheat and probably use speed up on the Japanese version just to do all of this again. Or if I'm good enough on the Japanese version when I get to that point, I'll just make the weapon and I won't have to make the armor and I'll be fine. And it won't even matter. Because honestly, farming this much, this feels good. This is a rewarding amount of farming for the best gear in the game. Because I could make like all the other armor. The only armor I can't make is the Machilite armor because I have to farm more Machilite. But if I was just going after the iron armor sets, I would only need a little bit of Kelby and Velocidrome stuff, or not Velocidrome, Velociprey stuff. But you can get Velociprey stuff really easy by repeating the quest where you have to hunt the Velociprey. And you don't even really have to farm the Velociprey, you just get their stuff as a reward. So the faster you can do the quest, the more stuff you get. So you just do that. I'm gonna turn the game up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can actually hear very well. I don't know. You guys never complain about the sound, but I'm just gonna turn it up because... The one that sounds like not a real bird, it sounds like that one. It sounds like a synthesizer or something. Like a flute going through like a synth. That's a thrush. And that is one of my favorite bird songs ever. When I was in college, the park we used to all go hanging out. I went to this park. I think I can't remember exactly how many days it was, but I only missed like 5 days in 3 months one time. I went to the park every single day, and there were hermit thrushes, and I would just listen to the oh wait, wrong way. I would just listen to the hermit thrushes every day, and I don't know, it was one of the favorite times of my life, man. I'd go rock climbing. You'd kick your feet in the water at the end of the day. You'd hang out, you just listen to the birds, you'd bring food, drinks, and you just hang out in the park all day, dude, until dark. And then we started hanging out in the park after dark because the park we were at specifically didn't have any signs that said we couldn't. But it turns out that they just had one sign at the entrance of, like, the park area that said, hey, you can't be here after dark. And that was supposed to encompass all of the parks. And we thought it just meant the one park that the sign was at. So we got in a fuckload of trouble. So we stopped doing that. which really sucked because it kind of like ruined that whole summer after that point because we all had to pay back our tickets and it like drained the rest of our like fun funds. But looking back on it, it was totally worth it. But it was a bummer. Oh my god, it was such a... It was like one of those nights where it was just like, we're adults. We're in college. We're adults. We do fun things. We're adult... Wait, sorry. My mom's calling. What do you mean, where are we? We're hanging out. We're at the park. You know that. Yeah, we know that. What park? Well, this one. Okay, well, there's people at the house saying that they found your car abandoned. They're trying to find you. It's like, oh, fuck. And, yep, when we got to our car, we were like, oh, shit. What the fuck? They were just... Ah, dude, you're... That's crazy. You're crazy. They got us, bro. They just fucking pulled a prank on us. There's nobody even fucking here. That's crazy. I can't believe they did that to us. And then we got in the car and pulled out of the parking lot. And just on the road was the fucking... I don't even remember if it was a sheriff or what. Just fucking lights flipped on and fucking pulled us over immediately. And it was like, oh! Yep, didn't see them in the dark. Like, okay, that's fucking wild. And we got citations for being in a state park after hours. And I think it was like 150 bucks. It sucked, dude. It sucked. I remember paying cash and credit at the fucking courthouse because I didn't have enough on my card, but I had just enough from tips to pay it off. And dude, oh my god. But like, I didn't have time to go to the bank and shit. I remember being at the courthouse being like, can I pay half and half? And they're like, ugh. You can pay a certain amount on the machine over there and just say you're going to pay it back on this date and blah, blah, blah. And you come back over here and we'll finish the payment. And it was like, I just remember being so nervous and just being like, don't fuck it up. Just say you can only pay this much on the machine, that she told you this will work. And I just remember thinking like, this is a trap. It's a fucking trap. This is how they can get you. But it obviously wasn't a trap, but that shit sucked, bro. Because it was, I think, a mile to get back to the fucking car. So, like, the whole time we were panicked. We were just like, oh, we're fucked. Like, I thought we could be here. What do they mean the car's abandoned? Like, we're at the trail entrance. That's not abandoned. Like, they didn't even come to look for us. Like, we're literally on the trail. And we were on, like, a really popular trail. Like, very... And again, I feel... I shouldn't even say... I'm not going to say what trail it was. But very popular for stargazing and stuff like that. It was like one of the best spots to get as high as you could, above the trees, and like no light pollution. It was fucking phenomenal. Still to this day, besides being in the desert, one of the best views of the sky I've ever had on the East Coast with no light pollution. But it was just like, damn, what do you mean, like, you can't be here? Like, this is the best spot. We were told to come here specifically by other people. But, yeah, we realized that you're not supposed to get caught. But it was just like, I don't know, man. Everybody who ever told us would eventually be like, oh, bro, you gotta be dropped off. You gotta have somebody drop you off, pick you up. And it's like I know you. We have the same friend group. Who dropped you off and didn't go hiking? Like, that's not how this works. You don't fucking... You just didn't get caught. Like, nobody ever drops somebody off at one of the coolest hiking spots and then goes, yeah, I'll be back in 4 or 5 hours to pick you up. Cool, man. See you later. Have fun at the coolest spot in the night. Like, bullshit, bro. You guys just didn't get caught. We got caught. Like, leave me alone. But it was worth it. Looking back at it, it was worth it. I had nights where I made almost $150 in tips. But, like, sometimes, dude, I am an anxious person. If you know me, I'm a very anxious person. But there were some times where people would tip me, and I would try to give the tips back. And they'd be like, no, bro. Like, you came in clutch. And it's like, dude, this is my job. Like, I showed up exactly on expected time. Like, I didn't show up fast. I didn't show up clutch. Like, you ordered this. Actually, you pre-ordered this. And, like, they'd be handing me a 50. And eventually I just learned from, like, my coworkers that the people who hand you that much money, and again, it was a college town and they were drunk. The people who hand you that much money get like allowances from their parents that I just can't understand. And I should just take the tip and be happy that they're on my route. And eventually I learned, yeah, those people order almost every night and they tip like that almost every night. And you learn their address and you get excited when they order because it's like, it feels gross. But like, bro, you're gonna get a dap up and you're gonna get a 50 from some dude named, I'm not gonna say because they're a real person and I'm not clever enough at this moment to come up with a fake name for this person. It's a real story. But fuck, man. I got into it. I remember like my first time, they're like, oh, where are you going? And I remember saying like, oh, dude, it's literally the edge. Like, I don't think, do we deliver to this house? And people would be like, bro, I'll take it. And it'd just be like, well, no, hold on. Why do you want it so badly? And they'd be like, well, you're gonna lose time on your deliveries, but that guy always tips because we're not supposed to deliver there. He always calls in special. And I remember like getting super excited whenever I would get his deliveries because it would mean I could show back up to the store late because it took longer to get to him, meaning I could just fucking, you know, not panic and just drive. I could just cruise. And he would always tip well. So I got in the habit, this is terrible, but I got in the habit of taking his food first because I liked taking his food to him as hot as possible because then I knew he liked me. He didn't know I was his delivery driver, but I knew he liked me when I showed up because I would bring him his food as fast as possible, even though you were supposed to take him his food last. But I always just took the risk because I knew he was going to tip. And, I mean, now that I'm saying it out loud, I guess I could have just taken him his food last, knowing he would have tipped anyways, but that feels wrong even to say. But I would always just take the risk just, you know, because I didn't know the other people were going to tip or not. Unless, again, I knew their houses or something like that. But if you got his house, the odds of you getting somebody else who tipped was so low. Just because of where he was located. Oh, wait, no, let's get this one first. Not to judge the people in that area, but you literally didn't deliver to that neighborhood, even though it was still on our map. But he was just outside the map, so, like, we weren't supposed to technically deliver to him, but he was close enough. I do remember one time taking food to a house near him and thinking, like, bro, why can't he be on my delivery right now? Like, I'm close, I could get a big old tip, and, like, I could fucking chill in my car in the parking lot for a minute at work and they wouldn't even notice because they'd be expecting me to be late because of the delivery times, but I'm in the neighborhood and I don't have his delivery. But that was probably my favorite job. The only thing I hated about that job was working. And I know. You're thinking, what? But like the manager, the general manager, the supervisors, I loved every single one of them. There wasn't a single person at that job I didn't like except for my roommate, and that's because she was shitty to me. Oh, bro, at the end of, like, me working there, she would dip out as fast as she possibly could as soon as because, again, the manager was so cool. So, like, we had, like, a certain amount of stuff we were doing for closing so that the opening people could, you know, relax and not have to clean shit. But she would do her little, like, I'm doing this tonight, and dip out as fast as possible because we only had 2 parking spots at our house, but 3 people with cars. So, like, one of us had to park half a mile down the road every night and walk home at 7 in the morning every night. And it always ended up being me because she had seniority. So every time somebody asked to go home first, she was way more likely to go than I was. And dude, I remember at a certain point, I just started skating home and it was like part of my ritual to skate the half-mile home. I eventually started parking in a certain spot every night because it was like a quarter, or no, not a quarter. It was 3/4 of a mile away. It was further. but it was all downhill on the skateboard. So I just like fucking cruised home at 7 a.m. It was a vibe. Um, this is gonna sound so lame, but it was right at the peak of like, oh, who's that guy? Juice World and Triple X Tenations, or no, what's his name? Uh, what's his name? But basically, all of their songs started like getting really popular and shit like that, and I would just listen to fucking, I called it sad rap, and I would just listen to sad rap on my little fucking ride home on my skateboard, and I was just like, oh, dude, it was a vibe and a half. Oh, I just dropped 3,000 frames, dude. Come on. Let me vibe. But that was a great job, man. I think I technically made $20 an hour. I made $5 an hour on paper, and then tips-wise, it was like $15 to $20 an hour. But like basically what you did is you just didn't count your actual money, and then like you counted your tips every night instead, and you just considered that like your money was gonna get eaten in taxes basically. But looking back at it, that's not even true if you actually understand money, because on paper we made so little. The taxes were probably, I don't actually know, I think I paid $60 the last time I did my taxes. Or no, I think I made $60 the last time I did my taxes. I can't, no, I think I paid $60 or something like that for state, and then I made like 100 something, and I actually got money back. I can't remember. I haven't made money in so long because I haven't worked. I've been a freeloader since 2018 or 19. I can't remember. Freeloader! I take great shame in being a freeloader, but I've been a freeloader for so long that I've had to learn to still love myself, despite the fact that I'm a freeloader. But now that I have affiliate, some of the stress is off my back, and I'm going to try and figure this shit out. And then I'd like to get a job one day, but dude, I can't work in the public because once I hit like, I have like some sort of genetic blood sugar issue. I'm not diabetic, but everyone on my dad's side of the family is like addicted to sugar. And I swear, I don't know if there's like a medical thing. Maybe I'm admitting to something right now. But like, I swear to God, my dad's side of the family's dopamine is directly tied to like chocolate intake. And if I don't like get enough fucking, and I don't know if it's not chocolate, but just sugar, but like a little bit of chocolate. My fucking morale, energy, and everything just depletes. It's crazy. But just a little bit of sugar, bro, and I'm good for the day. But like, most jobs don't let you snack where you're standing or whatever, and like, I get 4 or 5 hours into a job, dude, and I start to get fucking peckish and hangry, and one person, it just takes one person, and I'm just like, that's fucking stupid. And they're staring at me like, did you just call me stupid? It's like, well, you did something stupid. And I'm sitting there like, oh, oh, oh. Take off the apron and walk away from my bagging station, and it's like, all right, later. Although now I don't know how fucking frowned upon that would be. I think the workforce is at a point where I think I would just get scolded in front of the public, and they'd be like, stop saying shit. Stop calling the customers stupid. Go in the back. God damn, dude. Go in the back and eat some chocolate, motherfucker. We need baggers. So maybe now they'd be a little lighter, but yeah, 2018, you couldn't call people stupid to their face and keep your job, really. Unless you were really liked. And I've always been really liked at my jobs, but like, yeah, I always have a moment where somebody does something so stupid that I say something, and it's just like, oh yeah, I'm in trouble for that. I shouldn't have called you stupid to your face. It was pretty stupid that, oh, I'm still doing it. Yeah, okay, we're done here. I am very guilty of that. I've only ever actually been fired once, but there's been quite a few times where I've just hit my limit, and it's just like, I'm probably gonna get fired, or written up, and then the next time I do this, I'm getting fired. And it's just like, I can't do this anymore. Again, it's always been me breaking, not the job being that shitty. Although, I did one time bitch because the job was getting to the point where it was just like, okay, you guys are causing this shit. And like, it's the next one's gonna break me and I'm gonna get in trouble, but it's you guys. But more or less, I was a zipline tour guide, and we had people inside who would set up the tours, and then we would take the tours out. We were the guides. But the people inside didn't like radioing to let us know, like, hey, you have a tour at this time with this many people on it, because they were trained that that looked unprofessional. And I don't even remember what the reasoning was. It was stupid. It was fucking stupid. But they would never tell us. So, like, your job was to go in, check how many people you had on tour, go back out, set up the gear so that you could take your people out, get them in the gear, go. But sometimes they'd set up, like, oh, you have a tour of 5, and it's like a maximum of 9. So it's like, okay, so we go out, we set up the gear of 5, you get a little snack, you get ready to go because you're going to be on tour for 3 hours, and you go back inside, and they're like, hey, we sold 4 more slots, you have 9 now. So you have to run back out there, set up 4 harnesses, get back in there, and now you're like 3 or 4 minutes behind. And if you have any interruptions on the tour, you're now more time behind. And if you're going too slow, the tour behind you catches up and they get annoyed with you. So it's like, it's a fucking balancing act where it's just like, you gotta stay ahead. But the people inside would never tell you, like, hey, we just sold extra, like 4 extra slots. Like, while you're out there doing your stuff, set up these extra harnesses. But you'd have to go back inside, figure out if you had more people sold, and then it's just like, why would you not do this? And they're like, we're told not to do that. And I was convinced it wasn't true. I worked there for 3 years, and it was just like, okay, there's no fucking way the managers I've known for 3 years are repeating this shit. Like, it's not helpful. It's not helpful. Just tell us if you're selling more spots so we can set up the harnesses. And they'd be like, we're not supposed to. And it's like, I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. But yeah, I got fucking chewed out by my manager because I took a tour that was too long. You're supposed to stay under 3 hours. 3 hours is optimal, and I took like a 3.5 hour tour. I loved it. I had a great time, but I got chewed out by my manager because the tour was too long. I got chewed out by all the other guides because my tour was too long, and I pushed all of their tours back, and I fucked everybody else's days up. And I just remember thinking, like, I'm getting done with this shit, bro. Like, I'm like one of the only guides that actually gives like a naturalist tour, but like, again, that wasn't actually that really popular, so I didn't have power with that. Because people were just there to zipline. It was like maybe 1 in 20 tours people were like, oh, what kind of bird is that? And you're looking at a fucking eagle on the river, and you're like, that's an eagle! I've only seen one this... Wait, how do you not know what an eagle is? But it sucked. Oh my god, dude. I remember being on this one tour. I still, to this day, hate this guy and this fucking quote. But we were riding on... It was such a cool job, but like... Again, I can only stand so much shit, but... We were riding on the back of a Ranger, like these, I think it's like, I can't remember what they're called, like a RAV4 or a Polaris something. But like people would sit inside the Ranger and we'd ride out on the oh fuck me, I fucked that up. We'd ride out on the zipline course and like, you know, it'd be fun. You'd be on the back of the thing, fucking like riding on the back. And like, I just remember this one time I got paired with one of the other tour guides. And they're like, bro, he's the other naturalist guy. You guys are going to give the best tour ever. It's going to be so much nature. It's going to be so fun. And maybe I'm wrong, but I remember at one point, a bird flew by, and just immediately, like, I locked onto it, I saw it, and he goes, oh, right here. Oh, that's beautiful. We have a scarlet tanager, one of the most vibrant red birds you'll ever see. And I just immediately was just like, that was a cardinal. And like, I knew, damn it, I just fucked up. I was looking away. I immediately knew I'd fucked up because you're never supposed to like disagree with the main guide, and he was the main guide for the day. But I just remember thinking, like, as soon as I said it, it was just like, what? That was a cardinal. And, oh damn it, I fucked up again. I remember he pulled me to the side at the end and said something to me. I've never forgotten this. He said, those people will never know the difference between the two birds. You might as well let them think they saw the rarer one. But I've never just forgotten thinking, like, why not just tell them it was a fucking cardinal from the beginning? It's like, they don't give a shit. It's like, I don't think they give a shit. But I just, like, I've never agreed with that mindset of just, hey, lie to them. They don't fucking know. But, oh, come on. God damn it. You can sit with me, but I'm sitting here too. I'm not giving you the seat right now. Oh, whatever. Don't yell at me. But yeah, that was a shitty day. I just remember thinking, like, I don't want to work with you anymore. Like, I am not gonna be able to not correct you. It's like, I cannot lie to people about shit like that. What the fuck? The first time I say something like that and somebody goes, actually, I'm an ornithologist. That was a cardinal. Scarlet Tanagers aren't even in season right now. I would just be fucking sweating bullets. But, like, I can't do that. I can't just fucking lie to people about what bird they just saw because it's crazy. But I just remember being like, bro, I can't even trust if you're a good biologist because everybody else says you're a good biologist, but, like, I just fucking caught you in a lie. It's like, fuck, dude. Like, what the shit is this? But he later stole one of my CDs and lied about it. It was so fucking lame, too. It was like, we rode to one of his Boy Scout meetings to give a presentation about snakes. And he asked me to bring my CD along. And then he just never gave it back. And it was just like, just give me my CD. Why is this happening? But I later found out how shitty of a friend he was. And I've told that story. And I don't feel like telling that story again because it's quite a shitty story. And it makes me very angry. But, yeah, I later just found out that he was just a total piece of shit. And he only hung around us to basically take advantage of my friends and I. Which really sucked because one of my friends kept hanging out with them. But the other roommate was immediately just like, wait, he did what? And it was like, yeah. Oh, and he said it about you guys too. But again, one roommate was like, well, that's just him. But I had some shitty roommates, but I also had some really good roommates. We would put so many people packed into one fucking house, man. But our landlord didn't give a shit. Our landlord would literally not ask questions where people were sleeping. It was 2 bedrooms. The house had 2 bedrooms, and I think at one point we had 5 people living there, and he just didn't ask questions. He had some weirdo formula where he would knock off money from our total rent that we all paid, and at one point we were just like, how many people do you think he'll let live here? And we realized at 5 it was the maximum. But we had 2 people in closets. The closet above the stairs was the top priority one, well, besides the bedrooms. But again, it was a seniority system, so bedrooms were last on the totem pole. But yeah, he just kept fucking knocking down the rent, and it was just like, this shit's crazy. I can't remember how much we paid per semester. It was like, I can't remember, dude. I want to say it came out to like $250 a month for rent. And that's electric, utilities, heat, trash, all that. It was absurd. It was fucked up. It was fucked up. But we all spent our money so irresponsibly. Which is crazy because, like, we all made good money. But I was irresponsible with my money. But, like, not terribly irresponsible. One of my roommates was really good with his money, and then the other roommate was so bad with his money that, like, I've talked about him. He's just so it's like, it's crazy how bad he is with his money. But, like, when you're in that kind of environment, man, you like, again, when you're in the middle of the pack, you're like, dude, I'm just living. Like, I'm not being too frugal. I'm having fun. I'm going out. But, like, I didn't just spend fucking $400 on a fucking dive knife that I'm never going to use. And you're looking at your roommate like, well, I spent $800 on a scuba tank and a wetsuit. I need the dive knife. And you're just like, oh my god, you didn't need to take the diving class to graduate. It's a fucking elective. You could just rent the suit. Well, I wanted my own suit. It's like, okay, I can't even talk to you. And then, yeah, it's just, again, you're sitting there on the middle ground because one roommate's like, I can't go out to eat tonight. And it's like, bro, it's your birthday. Like, let's go out to eat. Like, I can pay for drinks if you buy your food. And they're just like, okay, we'll do drinks. Is that still cool? And it's just like, yeah, it's still cool. But, like, all right, man, I'm paying for your drinks tonight. Let's celebrate your birthday. And it's just like again, you're trying not to be one roommate that's just fucking blowing through cash because they're like, ah, I'm a student. It's they give me this money to spend this money. Otherwise, I have to give it back. And it's like, I don't think that's how that works. I don't think you. No, stop doing that. But the last thing I remember talking to him and his fiance about was that he had more debt than she had saved up, and she was one of the most frugal people I had ever met under 25. She could only spend money on food and, like, non-essential candy and snacks. But I remembered when they finally were, like, ready to, like, get married, she finally started, like, spending to make him happy. Because, like, they were finally, like, a couple. So it wasn't like they shared a bank account or anything. Excuse me. But, like, she started footing the bill whenever he wanted to go out to eat or whenever he wanted to go do something fun. And I remember having a talk with her one time, and she was just like, I don't know how I could afford this. And I was just like, you can't! The schools can, but yeah, that'll be fun. And I don't know if she ever actually learned how much she was in debt. I probably should have told her, but I remember not telling. Oh, wait, I ran the wrong way. I remember not telling and just being like, yeah, I'm being a bro. But then another time in my life, somebody admitted a giant debt to me, and I learned that they had told nobody about it, and I just remember thinking, like, I'm not doing this again. But when I did it that time, I remember thinking, oh, wow, okay, I'm the only one that seems to be worried about this. And everybody was like, yeah, I just wouldn't worry about it. It's their problem. And I just remember thinking, like, okay, I don't... Friends with debt don't just... What? But that's a different situation. I'll probably just leave that be. But that's related. I just remember thinking that second time, like, I need to say something, but it was just like, well, I got my answer. Don't say anything. People don't seem to worry. And I know what you're thinking. No, I wouldn't normally share somebody's personal information like that, but it affected everybody in the group circle directly because they had told everyone they'd paid off the debt. But they had obviously not paid off the debt, and when they talked to me about it, they were very freaked out about how they were going to pay off the debt because it was now worse. And they had just lied and told everybody, yes, Godbug! And they had just lied and told everybody the debt was paid off instead of, like, just, you know, hey, I'm struggling over here. And I just remember thinking, like, okay, you need to tell them, or I'm going to inform them, because they think you've paid it all. And, yeah, I learned that that was not the right play. I still think it was the right play, but I learned that I'm not always right. And I should have just left it. It was his decision to lie to everybody and tell him that the debt was absolved and he was good and he didn't have to worry about anything. But, yeah. I did not think that was cool, and obviously I was wrong. Like, this is what I was talking about earlier. I don't think I'm on the spectrum as far as, like, talking and people skills. I just don't think I have a fucking ability, man. I just have a no bullshit tolerance for, like, conversation. Although I am a bullshitter, but in the comedy sense. So, like, as soon as I'm done bullshitting, I'm usually like... So, like, I'm not just gonna fucking lie to you some sicko fucking way. But I do fuck with people. I am a bullshitter. But not in that regard, dude. Fucking... That's crazy, dude. Like, it's just one of those things where it's just like, nice, bro. I can't believe you finally paid off your school debt. Like, you said you weren't gonna go out to eat until you did. Like, congratulations. And it's just like, I just took out 6 more credit cards. I did pay off the debt, but now I have a bunch of credit card debt. It's like, that's not how that works. That's not how... How did you even do that? Don't tell me, actually. Don't tell me. Aren't you going to somebody's house this weekend to party? Yeah. It's just like, okay. I think we need to talk to everybody. Please don't tell anybody. Okay, I'm gonna have to. You panic telling me to not tell everybody after you've lied to them tells me that something's going on here. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it anymore, but it was just like, Jesus Christ, like, what the fuck is this? And again, the first time I was in that situation, I was just like, I'm not gonna tell her about his debt because that's his problem. If he doesn't want to tell his fiance about his debt, that's his problem. But the second time I experienced a situation like that, I was just like, oh, I can't stay silent. I can't stay silent, but I have learned that, yeah, just shut the fuck up. If you need life advice on other people's debts, just shut the fuck up. Even if they're lying to other people, let them get caught in their lie. Don't be the person who fucking exposes the lie, because then neither person likes you. Which is fucked up, because, like, you didn't do anything wrong, but socially, I have learned that, yeah, don't be the person who informs, unless it's like, but still, I feel like my situation was exactly what I was going to explain, and I still was technically in the wrong. But I'm just gonna leave it. That is old history from shitty-ass roommates. Damn, I just dropped more frames. Okay, I'm probably gonna call it at the end of this episode because it looks like my internet's shit today. Damn, I wanted to play some Rogue Galaxy, but I already got kicked off the internet once, and when I looked down, I had just dropped 8,000 frames when I got kicked off the internet, and according to OBS, I've dropped 9,700 frames. So I probably got really close to my internet dropping again. So I'm probably gonna get kicked off again. And what time is it? My mom's probably gonna be home in 2 hours, so yeah, that sucks. I'd really like to stream another 2 hours so that when she gets home I can just end stream and hang out with my mom. But I don't feel like dealing with the internet. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the 10,000 mark. 10,000 frames dropped. Very nice. Very nice. You'd love to see it. Was that the last run of raw meat? I think I wanted to do one more run. That sucks. Whatever. We're gonna get our Mocholite. Alright, cool. Actually, oh, okay, so yeah, I gotta remember. I'm going to end and make a save and then swap to another memory card so that I can save hit. Nice. So I can make a save and then I can make my dual blades, and then if I ever want to make the katana and just play with it because I made a mistake, I'll have that save. I could do it with save states, but I don't feel like that's enough protection in case I fuck up. And one day I'm doing a grind where I use all 10 save states, I accidentally save over my other save. So I'll just make a second save on another memory card. Because I can do that off stream. That's not that important. I can just do that off stream. Oh, dude, that'll be fun. Yeah, because then I can lock into the dual blades. I can finally lock into the dual blades. That'll be fun. Yeah, as soon as I said that, it made sense in my mind. Oh shit, I forgot to fucking eat the other ration. It's so obvious. Of course I should play with the unique weapon to this version of the game. Because if I'm ever going to play, and I'm almost certain I'm going to one day play the Japanese version of this game so I can play it online. If I'm going to play that version, it doesn't have dual blades in it. So why would I not play with the dual blades in the version that has dual blades? That's so stupid. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to play the other version, and I'm going to sit there and think to myself, like, I wonder if the dual blades were good. And I would rather be in the situation like, damn, I missed the dual blades because I used them, instead of, I'm gonna have to redo all this on the PS2 English version to see if I like the dual blades. And again, I would rather be in the situation where I'm like, yes, I only have to farm 21 Machilite because the dual blades don't exist. And that's literally the better call. So the next time I farm, I have to do less Machilite. Let's do the big grind now, so that later I don't have to do as big of a grind. That makes so much sense as I talk about it. I'm glad I've thought this out. Do the big grind now. Use the unique weapon. Save yourself time later. We're only at 40 minutes. I want to keep going, though. If I have another stack of meat left, we will try for another recording, but I don't want to get kicked off the internet. I really don't want to get kicked off the internet. I really don't want to get kicked off the internet. Show me Machilite! Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Good thing I wasn't scratching my eye. Damn. So yeah, I still need to make the save with the, with all the Machilite, so I'm gonna make a save at the end of this without making the cool swords. And then I'll make the saves that I need to, swap the memory card back so that I can just have it. And then we'll continue on the save on this memory card, because this is my new memory card, so I want to keep this one. And we'll use the dual blades. And we should be able to kill fucking everything instantaneously, because they're going to be badass. And we're going to have Demon Dance. And I think it said there's a combo I can do with the sticks. So, I can't remember what it's called. I can't tell if people are confused. I'm not sure. But it sounds like I have a buff. And I don't know what the buff's called. And then there's a combo called the Demon Dance. But I think some people are just confused, and the buff is called Demon Dance. And again, I'll have to check, but potentially maybe once you use the buff, your combo's different, and that's what confuses people. But I don't know, because I haven't actually really worked with it. I've tested it once, and it was really cool, and I was like, shit. I still can't tell which one I want to use. There's only one swing animation that I don't like from the dual blades, but I like everything else about them. But there's tons of stuff I don't like about the greatsword, but I have started to like now that I've gotten used to it. So maybe the fact that the dual blades only have one piece of their entire animation that I don't like, that within an hour of using the dual blades, I won't even give a shit and I'll like it. Because I already like the dual blades, and I didn't like the greatsword at first. So I don't know. We'll find out. We got our Machilite, though. Oh, big stretch. So yeah, I'd like to do one more run. Oh, great adjustment. I feel it. I'm probably going to be playing for about 20 more minutes because my internet keeps going out, so I'm not sure what that's all about. I just got kicked off stream not too long ago. So I'm going to probably try to do one more run of the dungeons. Or, not. It's not even a dungeon, it's an actual, like, open world. And then I'm probably going to call it. But it is good to see you back. But I'd hate to inform you of the bad news. But Monday, I should be streaming big. I should be streaming big time Monday. I should honestly spend the rest of today figuring all my shit out for stream. Oh yeah, we got one more stack to do. Okay, let's try to get this done. How am I looking? Mochalite 30. Oh, dude. Yeah, we're looking so... Yeah, let me just try to finish this one last run. My thing looks weird. There we go. That looks weird. Items. They look good. Finally decided on what weapon I'm gonna pick. I don't know if you got to hear that. I finally know what weapon I'm gonna decide on. It's not the greatsword. We're not doing katana. Which actually, you know what? I'm really glad that I decided to do the katana though, because I've gotten a lot of practice in with it. I've gotten a lot of practice in with it. Although, ooh, oh, fuck. I might not play this game on the Japanese version at all. I might honestly look into seeing if there's a community for the second game. Or playing, potentially, maybe even the third game on the Wii. Because... I kind of want to use the longsword, which is what the katana turns into. It turns into its own class, but in this game, it's a greatsword. But like, as much as I like the greatsword, I think I'd rather try out the longsword. Because even if I didn't like the longsword, I know I like the greatsword to some extent, but I could actually play like a newer game with more shit in it. So now that I think about it, because if I played Monster Hunter 2, I have to play a Japanese version anyways. Because there is no English version of Monster Hunter 2. And Monster Hunter 2 has the longsword in it. But Monster Hunter Tri, I think, has the most content. It's got swimming combat and everything. So I'll have to look into all this. But yeah, now I'm thinking about it, if I'm gonna have to play an entirely new version of the game to play online content, I might just, and I think Tri's the most popular one. But it's for the Wii, so... I'm sure somebody out there has a button mapping for getting the Wii to a PS4 controller. There's no way I could ever play a game on a fucking... Although, I wonder if it has motion control mechanics where, like, you're forced. Ooh. That'd be crazy. Interesting. Oh, and there goes 3,000 frames. I should have called it. Alright, let's just fucking hustle. Let's just go. Fuck. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try to get this recording in, and then I'm gonna call it. Oh, nice. Cut to scale. And then I'm gonna make this. I'm probably gonna get the saves done immediately, so the next time I can play, I'm not even gonna think twice about it and get started. I think the next time I stream, though, we're gonna get immediately into Rogue Galaxy. I'm really feeling some Rogue Galaxy now. It'll be Rogue Galaxy or Digimon. Oh, am I dropping again? Or am I reconnecting? It's bad. It looks bad on my end. I don't know where I'm at in time and space on your guys' end. It's bad. I'm gonna call it after this run. I feel bad ditching you guys, but it looks bad on my end. If you're saying single frame or frame single, it actually says frame single on my end. If my internet's so bad that the messages are coming in the wrong order, I should call it now, but I'm not going to because I'm in the middle of a run, obviously. Okay. On my end, it's about as bad as I can tolerate. It says I've dropped 13,000 frames in the last 55 minutes. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna end right now because I'm annoyed, but I am gonna end after I finish this run because it is annoying, and I don't like my. I think my recordings look bad. It's not dropping right now, but it looks like it just dropped a shitload a little bit ago. But my mom should be home in a little bit, and I'm gonna get some chores done. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the Pokemon challenge. Are you guys more interested? Are you guys more interested in seeing a completed Ironmon challenge or potentially the Oak challenge where you beat every evolved Pokemon against the first gym? So like, you know, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, those are fun, but beating it with like Ladian or Ditto or Shedinja, those are the fun ones. And the goal is to beat the game with all the fully evolved Pokemon eventually. But I can't tell which one would be more fun to watch. I feel like beating the whole game is more fun to play, but I feel like rolling the gamble and seeing as many Pokemon as possible with different builds is more fun to watch. But I don't know which one's more fun to watch, actually. But I feel like the Oak challenge is more fun because you get to see more varied Pokemon with different types and different builds and whatnot. Whereas with the Abstract challenge that I'm trying to do, I'm basically going to lock into one Pokemon for 2 hours and just try to see them get as far as possible. I guess it's the same thing for Oaks as well, but if Oak beats the first gym, you quit. I also talked about just doing Oaks, and then whenever I beat the first gym, we just try to run that Pokemon as far as possible. So I don't know if people would just rather that. Because I feel like that's actually probably just the best decision. Just do Oaks, and then whenever you get on a run, just take it. But again, that involves doing all Pokemon, so like there's a bunch of Pokemon people probably don't want to see, so I don't know if they'd be into that, but maybe that's what we'll do. Because I do have save files for Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise right now. So we could just start running them now, and then, you know, take them as far as we can, and then check them off the list. But I think it'll be fun. I think the shitty Pokemon will be the most fun, too. Like, finally getting Swords Dance, Extreme Speed, Dunsparce. And it's like, this is the one, bro. This is the one. Because you only have to beat one gym. You have to beat one gym. So it's not like you have to take into account all the PP stuff. You just learn the best moves you can, and you take out the first gym. But I don't know. I think it'll be fun. But I'm not the viewer. I'm the one actually playing. So I do these crazy grinds that probably aren't fun to watch, but I think they're fun to play. But again, I'm not the viewer, so... But I'm excited, dude. Now that I've got all this Pokemon stuff set up, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. I could even see myself getting into Nuzlocke now that I have all this stuff set up. Because, like, I could do, like, just regular Nuzlocke. I don't know if I'd ever do a hardcore Nuzlocke, because I don't like the whole, like, oh, you over-leveled, you can't use that Pokemon. That's so fucking... Unless you're playing a custom ROM that keeps your Pokemon from gaining experience and you do everything with, like, rare candies, I think that's so annoying. You can't... It's so hard to control that. Nice. Well, it'll be exciting. I'm excited to get into the Ironmon. There's, I think, 1.3. Version 1.3 is on my Twitch right now. So if you have a randomizer, I have all of the rules plugged in. But I think I'm on, like, 1.4 now. I'm not sure if 1.3 had the Magikarp rule. But I'm excited to get it going. The only problem is the Oak Challenge. Oh, I hate when my hair fucking goes back. The only problem with the Oak Challenge is it uses a completely different rule set than the Abstract. So, if I do the Oak Challenge, it's still a Kaizo run. But it's not an Abstract run. And there's a lot of differences between the two. But I could forfeit the Abstract run, which is totally fine because more people would respect me if I did the Ironmon and not the Abstract. Because whenever you do your own custom run, there's always like 30% of people who are just like, you changed the rules, you made it easier. And then a bunch of people who are like, well, it doesn't matter. But if you just follow the rules, everybody's like, hey, congrats. So I probably should just do Oaks instead of my own, but it doesn't mean I can't do my own. Wait, no. I misread that. I don't know. I totally misread that. I was gonna, damn it. I was gonna say I should do a Final Fantasy 15 job, or 15 run, but then I was just like, wait, Fiesta job. So there's no jobs in Final Fantasy 15, but then I double checked, it's 5. I've never played Final Fantasy 5. I do want to play, is that the one that has the, oh, what's his name? The clown? There's one that has a clown character that's considered the worst, job in the game. What is it called? And I really want to do one of those. But I also don't know if I'd like that Final Fantasy. It is Final Fantasy, so I'd probably like it, but again, I don't know if I would. Alright, just check in, make sure I haven't dropped any more frames. Looks good. Let's get these barrels. So again, these barrels will help me make explosives. And the explosives are used when the dragon goes to sleep. You basically beat the shit out of the dragon, and then when the dragon goes to fall asleep to regain health, you put bombs next to the dragon's face and blow up the dragon as much as you can. And then every time after that, you just go beat the shit out of the dragon's face with your swords. It's a lot of fun, man. Actually, oh, man. I just realized something. I don't think my strategy for beating the dragon is even possible in the Japanese version. Because he sleeps like a different species of dragon in the Japanese version, and he keeps his head off the ground. But in the American version, he sleeps with his head on the ground so that you can combo the shit out of him. So I don't even know if I could beat the shit out of him in the Japanese version. Because that's like the whole basis of my strategy, is waiting for him to fall asleep so I can just beat the crap out of his head. But he doesn't sleep this, he sleeps a totally different way in the Japanese version. Oh, nice. That's crazy. I've played Final Fantasy 3, so I can see how that would go. And I'd be into that, but I'd probably have to find something else to do as well. I don't usually like to limit myself from grinding, but if I could find another challenge to follow, maybe. If I do another Final Fantasy playthrough right now, it's going to be Final Fantasy 3, though. I just downloaded it for the DS. Or 15, but I have to buy 15 because I don't think I could emulate 15. Oh fuck, he's right there. So I probably will also test the dual blades. I won't just necessarily, you know, grab them and be like, yeah, these are the weapons for me. I'll probably still test them, because if it takes 2 combos to kill a Velociprey, I'm probably not going to use them. But then again, if I find out that, like, the final form of the Greatsword doesn't kill him fast either, I'm not going to use it. But it's just numbers. It's just testing. Nice. I do actually like games where you can do that. So maybe I'll do a playthrough where I superpower myself, and then do a playthrough where I try not to superpower myself. But I'll have to look into it. Again, I need to do a Final Fantasy 3 finish playthrough, because I got one started where I was trying to grind double Goon Gears. Because I'm not sure if anybody's ever shown themselves doing that on camera. And I did it. Well, I didn't do it. I tried to do it on the 3DS, and I grinded to the point where I got to, like, Odin, and I was grinding Goon Gears. But I only got, like, the stolen Goon Gear. I never once killed him and got the dropped Goon Gear. And it was like, bro, this sucks. So I eventually gave up on it and decided I was going to stream it. But then as I was streaming it, it was just like, bro, this sucks. I don't want to do this grind again. So I gave up and learned that I could mod my Steam game to have speed up. But, like, the other week, I was just like, shit, dude, I'll just emulate it and speed it up. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that after Final Fantasy 3. Nice. I need to get rid of that. Alright, Mach-A-Light time. Oh, fuck me. Glad I save stated. That would have been annoying. Whetstone? Triple Whetstone? Okay, that's not a good sign. So, I've started one, but I've never done it. I've had friends who have done the whole, like, pick the fucking 4 word, or however many stats it is. Pick the worst stats you can pick, as your main stats, and then pick your, or leave your favorite stats as your backup stats, so that they still level up faster, and then, or no. Shit, how do you do it? Is it your main stats that get lowered in prison? I can't remember how it works. But yeah, you use the jail system to lower your stats so that you can re-level up the other stats that are lower, and then by the time they've leveled up, your good stats have leveled up. I can't remember how it goes. But you basically have to keep going to jail to lower certain stats so that you can lower up your, or level up your other stats. I've never done it myself, but I've heard people talk about it, and it sounds really fun, but I've just never done it. I do like Oblivion. Oblivion's fun. The last time I played Oblivion, I was trying to determine if I wanted the Amber armor, or is it the Madness? I can't remember what the other armor is from the, oh, there's my Mach-A-Light. The Isles of Sheogorath or whatever. Oh, you don't even need to use the jail. Nice. Nice. I don't even know about that method. I'd play Oblivion again. I liked Oblivion. I loved it. It was great. It wasn't exactly for me, though, because it's the same thing I have with Skyrim, where after, like, 30 hours, the combat just stops feeling good. But I like the game. I love the game. It's great. Oh, if you bork it. Huh. I have leveled, well, before they changed how it worked, but I have maxed out a Skyrim character before. It's like 81 3/4 before they changed everything. I actually, like, maxed out, like, one of the original Skyrim characters. That shit took forever. But that was way easier. Way easier. Oh, god damn it. I missed the pig again. Wait. Is Sky Oblivion still a thing? It's still a thing, I think. Are we just waiting on it? Yeah, I've seen people talk about, like, doing crazy shit in Skyrim with, like, sneak on the bear, because you can just keep leveling sneak off the bear, and then, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but prestige your sneak skill, and then re-level up sneak, and then level up conjuring, and then re-level up sneak, and then level up restoration, and then re-level up sneak, and then it's just like, what the fuck? It's like, that doesn't even look fun to me. It's like, I respect the grind, but what the fuck is that? No, it's like vanilla. It's like you can prestige your skills in vanilla Skyrim now. So if it hits 100, you can level it up again, but like use the points from it. It's ridiculous. So like you can just keep leveling up certain skills, and then the ones that you can't level, wait. I think I'm remembering it right. It's ridiculous. I just remember seeing it and just being like, so there's no end? And people are like, well, you stop about here, but it's like, well, do you stop or is it in? And people were like, well, you stop. And it was like, okay. Oh. I'm trying to get my shoulder to adjust. Alright, so yeah, I hate to ditch you guys all there, but I am going to wrap up this episode and call it. Oh, yeah. The Sky Oblivion mod. My bad. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. My bad. I need to go eat breakfast. It is, well, it's only like the 4-hour mark, but I did get a late start today. But I am at my breakfast time. I need to go eat. Sorry, I'm getting dumb. Alright, let's put all that away. Enter house. Oh shit, I actually had stones on me. Do I have stones? Have I stored those before, or did I just do that for the first time? Oh, we got 10 stones. Nice. Alright, Machilite. 36! Alright, but I'm gonna hop off here. I hate to ditch you guys, but I am gonna end here. Because my mom's gonna come home and we're gonna hang out and, like, do chores around the house. Because it's Sunday. And I don't normally stream on Sundays, but she's running today, so I am streaming. So I'm gonna hop off here. You know what? Let me show you guys the swords. Let me save real quick, and let me actually show you guys the swords. I'm not gonna be a tease. Let me show you guys the new swords. So let me save. No, I don't want to quit my game. Make a quick save. Take items out. We need 26 of this. 35 of this, I think. Oh no, I think it was 36. We're gonna do that, and then I'm going to sell. What do I have to sell? I'm gonna sell 25 of those. And then what else do I have to sell? Anything else? Alright, so I'm gonna show off this sword because I have not shown this. Actually, that's not even true. I've never even used this sword. So let's do it. I've literally never used this sword before. So let's get there. Let's try it out. I saved so I can reset. Twin daggers. I'm gonna have to go sell more stuff, aren't I? Yeah. Wait, what do I not have? Oh, I need more earth crystal. Yeah, I'm lying. I've never even used these weapons before. Is that gonna be enough? And then we go take item out. Nope. Okay, I'm still full on those. So I need more earth crystal. Okay. Oh, nice, and that's the final form. Wait, what do I need? Oh, disc stone. Yep, forgot. You can only carry, it's kind of lame. You can only carry 20 disc stones on you, but you can hold like a bunch of them. Or, you can only carry 20 on you, but you need a bunch of them on you. So it's really dumb. Because, like, you can carry as many as you want of the other ones. You can carry 99, but disc stones are like 20 at a time. And it's like, why? Ugh, see, I need more of them. It's like I don't have to grab any more of anything else but the disc stones. It's like, why do you make me do this? Oh wait, what? Oh, I don't have enough money. Hey, yeah, no, absolutely. I don't know if I'll be playing those, because I think I'm gonna hop off here. But it was good hanging out with you today. I'm gonna check out this weapon here in a moment, and then I think I'm gonna hop off here, because, again, I'm gonna hang out with my mom and do some stuff around the house, but I apologize. I did say I was going to play those games later, but I do apologize. But I'm gonna probably hop off after I check this out. Alright, so this is it. This is the best weapon I can make right now. Hey, yeah, no, absolutely then, because next time absolutely will be Digimon and Rogue Galaxy. So it'll probably be tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow. But I will catch you around. I'm just going to check out what these swords are like, and then I'm hopping off. I'm going to go make some food, because I'm starving. And I said I wouldn't keep playing after I got hungry. I said I would stop doing that. But I'm going to wrap up. I want to see these swords. I've never seen these swords before. Oh, wait, let me grab healing. Let me grab healing, too. Yeah. That too. Alright. Let's go fuck some shit up. These are the best swords I think I can make. Again, the great sword has more damage, but I think these are the best swords I can make. Alright, so we go like that. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's fucking dead, bro. He's dead. Oh, bro, these are gonna be badass. Pretty cool. I don't know, man. These are pretty badass. Oh, wait, so... Okay, so they have to be out. Oh, that was it. Okay, so you have to... You have to hit a combination of the two buttons. So... Okay, so interesting. So you have to demon dance, and then hit forward, and then left. And you'll do the demon dance. Okay, dude, this is doing insane amounts of damage, I think. Oh, I just saw one jump down. The Velociprey they do spawn indefinitely. Yeah, look at them. They're fucking jumping down. And I like that I have a spin attack so that if I get cornered like that, I can just defend myself. Oh, bro, this is insane. Yeah, I love these. And they're still not broken. Oh, shit. So I can just farm Velociprey right here. I never even noticed that. Okay. Alright, are you guys good non-buff? Oh, I'm dead. I think that's my new main. Because from what I read online, the buff stacks with the other attack buff. So I can be even stronger. But like... So yeah, I think... Yeah, it's dead. Because I can walk right through it, right? Yeah, he's dead already. That's insane, dude. That's so fast. Yeah, that's definitely... That's my new main. Oh, it's that... I didn't even use that charge attack. Holy crap. Or wait, I can't... Oh, wait, you can't use the charge attack in the buff, can you? Can I? Can I run and... No. So the charge attack in the... Okay, so the charge attack is unique. So if I'm sprinting and I hope... Okay, so the charge attack is... The charge attack probably tears up the little... Oh, okay. It's gonna kill those little deer in probably one combo. And those deer make... Oh, dude. We've got money made. Actually, I don't even know if I need to make any more money. Alright, so yeah. Next episode, I'm absolutely getting these. But I want to make a second save with how much Mach-A-Lite I have, just in case I ever decide to make another weapon. Because maybe I hop on one day and I'm like, oh, I want to play some Monster Hunter, but I want to do... Oh, I want to do a Lance build. I'll have this save file with all this Mach-A-Lite built, and I could do a Lance build, because I have all the Mach-A-Lite, and there's a Lance that uses Mach-A-Lite and stuff like that. And it just, again, if I want to ever do anything else. But the game doesn't let you make multiple save files, so I'll have to do it. I'll have to hop on the emulator, swap memory cards, save on a different memory card, swap memory cards back. Yeah. So that'll be really annoying, but we'll have it. We'll have it. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun next time. But I will see you later. Thanks for hanging out again. I hope to see you around. Maybe I don't know if I'll see you in Ginger's or anybody's streams in the next 24 hours, but I will probably be online. I'll probably be online in like 18 hours again and streaming for 12 because Monday through Friday my mom works 10-hour days, so I'm pretty much just here doing chores and then hanging out all day. But I stream like 12 hours in the morning, and then because I get up at like 2 a.m. and then at 2 p.m. from like 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. I do chores around the house. So you'll probably see me in 18 hours again. Take care.